And we're out here at Great News Cooking School, learning a little bit about, of course, getting ready for Thanksgiving. And I got to tell you, Catherine, we are talking about the temperatures for turkeys are very important. But there goes turkey all prepped, ready to go. But this is great, some things that are very important.
Yes, you definitely want to know the internal temperature of the turkey. It's not as much about time in the cooking as it is about what temp the bird is at, so that you know when you pull it out, it's ready to go. You let it stand a little bit, let the juices reassemble in the bird, and then you can go ahead and slice it. So we've got right here a probe thermometer, which has this piece that stands outside of the oven. This part goes into the bird. The cord actually goes into the oven with the probe and kind of gets closed into the door. Perfectly acceptable. This one's remote, so you can put this on your belt or somewhere on your person, carry it around with you. When the turkey reaches the desired temp, it's going to alert you. There's another style right here that does the same thing, although it's not remote, so very good to use, either one. And they also have a little timing device if you wish to use them as a timer.
I love it. Another cool thing I like here as you're putting that in there, and it's a certain spot you do it, is this right here. Everybody gets those big pans, which you don't need to do.
A deep pan will really just buffer the heat source. Whether you've got a convection or a conventional oven, remember convection's the one with the little fan in the back, you're going to get better heat circulation around the bird if you use a low-sided pan. We've got a sill pad in the bottom so we don't have to scrub that pan later on. A rack that the turkey can sit up on nice and high, so again, that heat can circulate around. You're going to get even browning all over. It's going to be picture perfect. The probe goes into the bird through the length of the breast. This is the easiest place to put it. Just make sure it's not near the keel bone, which is in between the two breasts, or down near the ribs, so right in the middle. And it will register. Right now that bird's at about 61 degrees internal temperature, and we want it to get to 165.
We'll get there.
Okay.
All right, and now we're getting ready to come up to our plate. We come back, we're going to show you about the Brussels sprouts, some cool items that are going on, and I'm going to tell you about Promiscuous Fork in La Jolla, how tonight's their big little Thanksgiving thing to come by, but also where I'm trying to get Brussels sprouts on the menu there, Alexis. So hopefully they see my way of making them, and they put Brussels sprouts at Promiscuous Fork's menu. So I've been trying to work with those guys for the longest. So Ray, if you're watching, we're going to do Brussels sprouts.
Just so you know, after we had our conversation, a bunch of people in my Twitter sphere over here hopped on and said that they agree with me. I mean, I'm not faulting you for enjoying them. I think that's great. I know a lot of people do. I myself am not a fan.
I'm going to tell you now, even Katherine here, I gave her my recipe on how to do this. And I'm telling you, she likes the idea. Yep. And so when I tell you, it's going to be, I'm telling you, Promiscuous Fork and I we're going to put it on the menu. Right in La Jolla, right on La Jolla Boulevard in Nautilus. Check us out tonight. We're going to do Brussels sprouts.
More for you.
All right. Thanks, Brad.
All right.
You're never going to convince her, but
Not
you go right ahead and try.
And I'm glad you finally realized that,
give
too,
up.
after several years.
Chef Marcella yesterday had the best Brussels sprouts I've ever tasted. No,
Not my thing. Sorry.